This is JD with High Level Performance. I've got a performance tip for you that will change your life. I'm not kidding. This is the best of the best. This is the one that I think is just, you got to hear this, okay? You got to do this. Now, here it is, and here's why I'm so certain. I have a conviction, and that is, as a business owner, the number one most important aspect that will make or break you are the people around you, your support system. If you think about it, the reason why you're making the income you are, if you're at 200, 300, 500, 3 million, 4 million, whatever you are at, you have a $4 million support system. The income that you are at this point, the production level that you're at, is only held, is only kept, maintained by the level of support that you have. If you want to make more income, you got to upgrade the support. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So, what does that involve? That means instead of hiring, when you need a position filled, you need to proactively hire. That means your job, your number one job, is to build a great culture and build a great team. You got to set the direction with them, but you've got to hire and fire. And that means building great people in your organization, finding champions. Now, by saying that, we're talking about the upper 5% of the labor pool. Don't make any more labor pool excuses. It's not about the labor pool. If you're thinking that there aren't enough out there, it's because of your pitch. It's not the labor pool. There are plenty of high performers. It's about where you're looking. You're ignoring the opportunity. The reason why is most of what you're doing in hiring when you're describing the job is having based. You're focusing on what the person needs to have. They need to have education, they need to have skills, they need to have this, have that, have experience and all that. It's a miss. It's a blind spot. Focus on what they need to do rather than what they have to have. Focus on what they need to accomplish. Tie that into your business objectives. Make it meaningful. Because the roles in your organizations that occupy the functions, those are the tactical elements that build your strategy and get things done. That's how you execute. So in the spirit of that, we got to find great people. The first step is to define superior performance before you even hire. And next is to hire proactively. Hire 6 months ahead. Anticipate the people needs that you have 6 months ahead and start putting recruiting, time block it into your calendar. You need to master great recruiting. Recruiting is you going out there and selling your vision. That's what it is. So, step one, where do you start? You sit down and you look at your next hire. Who's probably the next person within 6 months that you're going to need to build into your team? What are the 5 most important objectives that this person needs to accomplish to be successful? Imagine you were having a review 6 months later after you hired them, and they've done an outstanding job. What made them an A? What did they accomplish? What contributions or impact did they make? Be bold, spell it out. Then when you go out there and talk about it, or you announce it, or you advertise it, build that as the core of the position of that advertisement. Announce what they need to do. Here's what the person is to accomplish. And who will pick up on your tracks is someone employed who's looking for a superior opportunity, not an unemployed person looking for the same or worse. Having based, doing based. Having based, doing based. Having based, future based. Focus on what the person needs to do. The number one reason why they will come to work for you is because of a challenge. And if you don't sound like a challenge, well, then the people that are looking for one are not going to pick up on your tracks. You're not leaving your scent where it needs to be smelled. Bottom line. So, get great people around you. Build an outstanding team. Here's one strategy that I think will change just exactly what we're talking about, and that is to poach and poach and poach and poach and lift out. Poaching and lift outs. Focus on getting your employees from your competition. Your competition's already done a nice job to prepare them, to cultivate them. So go where the people are that people don't want to lose. If they've been employed for a long period of time, they have a reason. If they're not being laid off, they're the best. But they're interested in a superior opportunity. And maybe if you ask them if they're interested, would they be open to hearing about it? I have a superior opportunity. Would you be open-minded? Let me tell you what I'm up to. Let me tell you where I'm going. You want to come with me? Number 2 is lift outs. They may have peers. They may have constituents that are already kind of handy, built in. They may be 3 at a time. So you have a marketing director, a marketing coordinator, and maybe you have a project manager. But they're all working together, and you may be able to lift them out together. Because if you bring one over, they're going to start talking to each other and saying, hey, it's better over here than over there. So look for lift out opportunities. Recruit, recruit, recruit. Poach, 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 poach. Define superior performance in the job before you hire. That way you neutralize your biases and you know the needs of the work. Doing based. Having based. Focus on the doing. If they did the job, if they had comparable performance to your job profile, they had to haves to be able to do the job, right? So if you say they had to have these years of skills, if you focus on what the person accomplishes to be successful, and they show you comparable accomplishments, they had to have the having in order to do the doing. Doing, 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 doing. Build a unified team. Poach. Lift out.